Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
We're happy to be joined on the line today by Andrew Bell, Regency Mines Plc. There was 2 RNSs out on Friday and the close of business on the 25th of January. Andrew, are you okay?
Yes.
Thanks very much for joining us today. Just to go for the first RNS, it was the AGM results, directors' changes. You resigned your position as chairman and chief executive, and now you're a director within the company.
Yes, or rather, I should say, I'm still a director.
Do you want to just go through that and what you might have thought?
Well, as you know, I'm an executive chairman of Red Rock Resources, and I was really fulfilling the same role at Regency, and that was a little bit too much. So we'd already stated in the Regency website that in compliance with the QCA code, we were going to do something about that. And I was actively looking with the Nomad for a solution. And of course, I'd identified an investor who might have come in, taken a stake in the business, and fulfilled part of the role. So we actually, when we got to the general meeting, some of the other investors also had ideas, and they had an idea of somebody who I hadn't thought of, didn't know would be interested, but seems absolutely competent to do it, and so I was very happy to back that. And here's a guy who's going to come in, and he's going to enjoy my full support in every way possible. And I would just say, one thing is that people who think I'm wonderful will have to believe that I wouldn't leave the business in other than good shape. And people who think I'm terrible should believe that if the business was terrible, there wouldn't be people coming interested in coming in and working on a basket case. And there have been quite a few people interested in getting involved this year, which to me shows we've really turned the corner. So I'm happy that the business is going to continue to be in good hands and going to be involved.
I've looked across social media and there's mixed reactions, but as you say, you're a director of the company. So what condition would you say the company's in today?
Well, I think we gave a little bit of a taste of that in the announcement, and at the general meeting to the shareholders who were there, we gave a presentation that I think shows very clearly how far we've come in the last year and how we have 3 or 4 really interesting businesses at the point of takeoff now. But that's the stage at which you need a lot of manpower and effort applied. And it must have been always doubtful whether I could do that at the same time I was doing it in Red Rock. So I'm not going to repeat what was said there, because what I said there was to the shareholders at the meeting. Yeah. Anything I state to you is to the world in general. And speaking to the world in general about the prospects is now the business of the incoming person who has to do that. And I don't want to take any of his thunder from him.
Obviously, he'll have to, whoever they announced, he'll have to go through the Nomads to go through the due diligence process.
But yes, but someone half decent and who has a public company record is going to get through that pretty quickly. So you can assume that's in train, yeah.
So you have got a diverse business, and like you say, you are an active director. So whoever's coming on board will have your total support to drive the business forward.
Total, complete support. And if I were unhappy, I'd be saying so. And one thing I would say is that people have been speculating a little. That's in the absence of information. When they have the full information in 2 or 3 days about how I'm going to be busy on certain other things as well, they will truly understand the whole picture. And I think everyone will think that the solution is a really elegant solution that's going to be good for everybody. So that's why I'm talking to you. It's so that people should not bother to speculate, but wait for the information, because it's coming soon enough.
So we could have an interesting week next week for shareholders and updates.
I can't answer for everything, but I think the initial picture will be clearer.
Okay, I've got to ask you on a personal note. You've been at the company a long time. Are you pleased with what you've achieved to date with Regency Mines?
I'm really pleased with where it's positioned now. When we listed this company, it was I think it cost us 50 or 60,000. We did a lot of the work ourselves, writing the prospectus, and we raised the money ourselves. So that was the total cost. I'm not sure that an operating business, in fact, I'm sure that an operating business on AIM has never been listed for less. So we did start from very low base, pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps. We've been mainly in an unpopular metal there. And so some of those years have been difficult. I'm pleased with where the business is positioned now, and I'm really pleased that worthwhile people think it worthwhile coming in to take the business forward with energy and with resources.
Especially with 2018, the way the market's been, you look at your met coal production, and so Regency Mines must be in a position now when the markets change. They could be in a position to go forward.
Well, I think that I summarized where I thought we were on this when I was speaking to the general meeting, and the management summarized its view in the announcement last week. But as I say, everything from now on has to come officially from the new CEO, and it'd be quite unfair of me to start speaking for him. But obviously, we look to the future with great confidence, and so I think, interesting year ahead, 2019.
Definitely. I think Monday could be interesting as well because, like you say, you've spoken to your shareholders and that's a private conversation between yourself and them. But I would imagine Regency Mines will be updating the markets sooner than later about their intentions moving forward.
Again, I don't want to speak for other people there who will make who will be speaking about that. But it's an exciting time for all of us, and I hope this will be a great new era, 2019. I've always believed that 2019 can be a really good year for the company. I believe it even more now.
All right, Andrew, is there anything you would just like to say on this interview before we close it up?
Yes, one or two people were ringing me on Friday as if I'd had a bereavement. And I said, no, it's really not like that.
Sorry.
So, yes, so what I would just say is very optimistic tone going forward.
All right, and thanks very much for talking to us today. It is always a pleasure.
Sure. And you.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.